We're back for another fun texture experience. We have Elizabeth as our model. She's our senior stylist working with us, and she decided to get some awesome texture in her hair. Brandy is working with our olaplex treatment, #1, diluted with the proper ratio of water, and she's emulsifying it through the lengths and ends of the hair. Elizabeth has tinted hair, highlighted hair, every kind of colored hair. So we want to make sure we bring it back to the optimum condition and rebuild as many of those bonds as we can before we go in with our texture service. So we'll catch up in a little bit with the next portion. We have shampooed Elizabeth's hair with the cleansing shampoo. We've done an olaplex #1 treatment diluted with water. We went through and did an olaplex #2 over the top for the full treatment, and then we cleansed again. So our next step is to go through and through the lengths and ends of Elizabeth's hair. She had previous highlights, and then she has a base color through here. So where this has been previously pre-lightened, we're going to go through with a little bit of 5+ Protopack protein treatment and just work this through the areas where it is dry and damaged or compromised. And we're going to dry that in. Then we're going to re-wet the hair and begin to do our wrap. Back with Elizabeth. And you can see now where her hair was previously highlighted. You can see these lighter areas. We did our olaplex, and now we went through and dried in our 5+ Protopack, so that's going to help fill in and fix the elasticity on this section. So we're here at the Modern Edge Salon, and we're working with Elizabeth, and we're going to do a carver wave using olaplex on her tinted and highlighted hair. A great trick to do is to use the carver texture tool to determine the width of your sections. So if you lay a tool across the top, you can get the width of your sections. And then you'll be able to determine how wide it is. So you can always go thicker or wider with your sections, having compressed bases, but you don't want to go wider than the width of the rod. So you don't want to be dragging hair from the sides, but you can go fatter with the depth of it when you're doing condensed bases. We've also gone through and use Matrix Instacure and work through the lengths and ends of the hair, and it's a porosity stabilizer. So that's going to help also protect and balance out the hair. So as we're working through the sides here, we're going to do zigzag partings to help diffuse it just a little bit. We're going to comb the hair smooth with tension, and you can comb from on top and then follow through with the underneath to make sure you have the most tension. If there's layers in the hair, take a step to the direction with the layers are going, and that way you're able to pull out with more even tension. Follow through to the ends, and if you need a shot of moisture, go ahead. And then determine if you want lift, use a bigger rod. If you need more volume and curl, use a smaller rod in that area. And then roll down on base and anchor. So we did our top sections, alternating sizes, and then we did more of the extra small in the crown to give a pop of lift. And then we're going to switch down onto the sides, and we're going to go into a vertical placement, which is going to keep length and be less volume on the sides with more volume on the top. And here's our completed wrap. So we used our carver texture tools. We used small and extra small were our sizes. We did vertical placement on the sides and horizontal on the top. More small, extra small on the crown to give more lift and volume. And we're going to proceed with our processing now. And we're going to use an acid wave designed for highlighted or bleached hair. And process, we're going to check every 5 minutes, and then we'll check back in with you with our next step. So we're on to the part where we apply our solution. When you're applying your waving solution, you want to make 2 to 3 passes across each rod, top, middle, bottom, or front, top, and back, whatever you want to call it. But you want to make sure when you apply it, you stop and then start to reapply. You don't want to squirt solution all over all of the hair or on the scalp. You just want to apply it to each rod. We've now completed our carver texture wave. We used an acid wave for highlighted or lightened hair, and we used olaplex treatments in between for Elizabeth's hair. And now that everything is completed and rinsed out and the neutralizing and the olaplex treatments are completely done, we've now applied a semi-permanent gloss over everything. I've heard other people doing backroom chemist things of adding different solutions into the neutralizer. I would prefer to completely remove everything, get a clean palette to view your color on, and then glaze over the top. So in just a few minutes we'll show you the total end result when she's styled out. And here's our finished look. We did small and extra small carvers and did more of a wet scrunched look.